Welcome to The Explainer. I am so thrilled you're tuning in. Today, we're completely bypassing those tired old tourist traps. You know the ones. Instead, we're going to reveal the real, breathing, vibrant New York City that's waiting for you right now, this year. We're literally trading the predictable for the completely unforgettable. And we've got the ultimate VIP itinerary mapped out for you right here.
But first, I gotta ask, think you've seen everything in New York City? I mean, maybe you've walked Times Square, maybe you've done the whole ferry to the Statue of Liberty thing, but whether you're a repeat visitor or literally a lifelong local, I promise you, the city has shifted. Today, we're uncovering entirely new 2026 hotspots and pulling back the curtain on these hidden historical gems that are hiding right under your nose.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our agenda. Basically, your exclusive VIP map to the city. We've got 1. Beyond the tourist traps. 2. Uncovering hidden NYC history. 3. 2026's newest cultural hotspots. 4. Next-level immersive entertainment. And 5. Secret sips and bites.
Starting off with Section 1, Beyond the Tourist Traps, we're going completely off the beaten path here.
Consider this choice, right? Instead of sitting in brutal traffic on an overcrowded double-decker bus, why not head underground? You can actually take a candlelit catacombs tour right beneath the original St. Patrick's Cathedral. Get this, the basilica was finished in 1815. You get to walk through an ancient cemetery right in the middle of Mulberry Street and then head down into these darkly lit corridors to see historical vaults. They even have the wildly opulent walk-in crypt of General Eckert, which cost $83,000 back in the early 1900s. That's a massive fortune back then. It is a completely unique, history nerd-approved experience for sure.
Or how about this trade? Let's skip the overpriced, aggressive pedicab tours in Central Park. Instead, hop on a quick ferry and take an art walk on Governor's Island. This summer, the West Harlem Art Fund opens some absolutely incredible outdoor sculpture exhibits right next to Nolan Park. You can wander through pieces like the immersive Deep Altars exhibition by artist Otero Fuentes. It's this breathtaking meditation on ritual completely made from steel and concrete. It is so mesmerizing, and the best part, you completely avoid the Midtown crowds.
Moving on to Section 2, Uncovering Hidden NYC History. We're looking at architectural wonders and ruins hiding in plain sight.
So the crucial point is really tracking the timeline of one of the most fascinating structures in the city, the Roosevelt Island Smallpox Hospital. Designed by the famous architect James Renwick Jr., this was actually the nation's very first hospital dedicated entirely to smallpox when it opened in 1856. Fast forward to the 1950s and it was completely abandoned. And despite becoming a designated landmark, the ruins just continued to deteriorate, with the north wing actually collapsing during a snowstorm in 2007. But what's amazing are the ongoing preservation efforts happening today. There's even a vision from the nonprofit Friends of the Ruin to adaptively reuse this site and turn it into a permanent COVID-19 memorial. It's such a powerful reminder of how forgotten spaces can find profound new meaning.
Now, if you want to dive even deeper into the city's past, you absolutely have to check out the hyper-specific walking tours from the Center for Architecture. These are definitely not your standard neighborhood strolls. The Downtown in 1776 tour literally maps out the devastating Great Fire of 1776, tracing the city using the historical Ratzer map. Or you can take the Upper East Side tour, which is perfectly titled Affluence and Ailments. It fascinatingly contrasts the incredibly wealthy residents who live near Central Park with the historical working-class communities and tuberculosis hospitals that were pushed over to the East River. It is literally a brilliant way to decode how the city's neighborhoods actually formed.
All right, Section 3. 2026's newest cultural hotspots. We're talking explosive, brand new expansions opening up right now.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer variety of what's opening in 2026. The new museum in Nolita officially reopens on March 21st, and they've basically doubled in size, adding an incredible 60,000 square feet of gallery space. Down at the Seaport, the former, kinda overpriced tin building is being transformed into the Immersive Balloon Museum. It's a massive, interactive, larger-than-life art experience that's been touring the globe. Plus, we're seeing the highly anticipated opening of the Hip Hop Museum up in the Bronx and the cutting-edge Wang Contemporary, bringing these really bold installations right to Chinatown.
And I absolutely have to highlight this specific exhibit, Street Food City, currently running at the Museum of Food and Drink over in Brooklyn. If you know New York, well, you know our street food is iconic. This exhibit takes you behind the scenes of those famous food carts. It celebrates the immigrant entrepreneurs who literally shaped New York's flavor, while also spotlighting the ongoing, very real fight for vendor rights that keeps this tradition alive. It's kind of like culture you can practically taste.
Section 4. Next Level Immersive Entertainment. Let's move from daytime museums into some unconventional theater.
Let's start with Broadway, but with a major twist. If you want to see a show but hate the usual ticket-buying hassle or the eye-watering prices, you gotta try Broadway Roulette. We've broken down this ingenious process for you. Step 1. Pick the date you want to go. Step 2. Look at the list of currently running shows and cross out up to 5 that you absolutely don't want to see. Step 3. Spin the wheel. On the morning of your date, you get an email at 9 a.m. revealing which show you scored discount tickets for. It's pretty much the ultimate spontaneous night out.
And hey, if you do hit the jackpot on that roulette wheel, 2026 has a really stacked lineup. We're talking Daniel Radcliffe starring in the uplifting and funny play Every Brilliant Thing. There's the super buzzworthy ballroom culture reimagining of Cats, The Jellicle Ball. Tom Hiddleston is taking on a sharp modern revival of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. And for the ultimate unconventional girls' night out, Channing Tatum's 360-degree dance and acrobatic spectacular Magic Mike Live is finally hitting the city.
But what if you want to be in the show? Let's compare a traditional seated Broadway show with the legendary Sleep No More at the McKittrick Hotel. Instead of just sitting in a dark theater looking at a stage, you enter a 5-story, dimly lit 1930s-era hotel. You're handed a mask, instructed not to speak a single word, and released to wander freely. It is a completely immersive film noir adaptation of Macbeth. You can literally follow the actors as they sprint upstairs, touch the intricately designed props, and piece together the story from a dozen different angles. It is a haunted, beautiful, once-in-a-lifetime experience. No way you'll forget it.
Wrapping up our itinerary with Section 5, Secret Sips and Bites. Time for the hidden speakeasies.
New York loves a secret door, right? Take the East Village classic, Please Don't Tell, or PDT. To get in, you don't look for a bouncer. You walk right into a casual, bustling hot dog shop called Criff Dogs. You look for the vintage wooden phone booth against the wall. You step inside, pick up the receiver, and suddenly, a secret door in the back of the booth swings open, revealing a dim, sophisticated, seated-only cocktail room. The secret might be out, but I'm telling you, the charm of that entrance never gets old.
And let's move to and see how this builds across the city with a quick speakeasy vibe check. If you want something deliberately edgy and naughty, check out the Woo Woo near Times Square. But a quick warning, you literally have to walk through a sex shop to get in, so maybe don't bring your mom to this one. For a dark, moody, and intimate date night, look for George Bang Bang, hidden securely behind a bustling Korean restaurant. Or, if you want authentic history, head to the Lower East Side to the Back Room. It's one of the city's only actual original Prohibition-era speakeasies, and they still serve their classic cocktails in delicate 1920s China teacups to honor their bootlegging roots.
And we certainly can't forget the food. 2026 is bringing some completely groundbreaking spots. London's viral sensation Pick and Cheese is making its NYC debut. Just imagine the sheer joy of a 130-foot conveyor belt delivering perfectly paired, melty cheese plates right to your table. If you want bold flavors, Bark and Barbecue in the Time Out Market is executing an unbelievable mashup. Dominican flavors smoked low and slow using classic Texas barbecue techniques. And finally, straight out of Mexico City, El Califa de Leon is bringing its legendary, Michelin-starred street tacos to the Flatiron District. It's authentic Mexican street food elevated to absolute perfection.
We've covered catacombs, hidden arts, secret phone booth bars, and Michelin-star street food. So I'll leave you with this. The city never sleeps, and the sheer volume of things to discover is literally endless. But armed with this insider map, which hidden door will you open first? Get out there and make the city yours. I'll catch you on the next explainer.